This is the Baseball Observer. We go to Houston. The Houston Oilers host the Las Vegas Vipers. Las Vegas has Rod Carew, who is a 72 rated player. Houston is Johnny Bench, who's an 80 rated player. Starting pitchers today, Ron Reed for Las Vegas versus Jim Palmer. Let's sit in on this game. We're inside, 28,000 fans in the stands. Let's play ball. Welcome to baseball on opening day in Houston. Tonight, the Oilers meet the Vipers. Let's get the game started. Pitching for the Oilers is Jim Palmer. And that's a base on balls. The first batter is on base. I'm going to sit and watch the game and comment as we go along. Willie Crawford at first. Rod Carew at the plate. He strikes out. Checks his swing. Fastball at 92. Bobby Mercer at the plate. Flies out to center. 2 out. Crawford at first. Nate Colbert at the plate. That's a base hit to center field. 2 men on, 2 men out. First hit of the game. Here's Rich Coggett, left-hand hitter. And he hits a base hit to right field. The runner on third is hit it home, the throw home, and he's safe. Las Vegas is on the board, 1-0. RBI single for Rich Coggett. Here's Brooks Robinson. Hit in the air on the infield. Third baseman makes the play, side retires. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. Vipers lead 1-0. Lou Brock at bat for Houston. Bottom of the first inning. Opening day at the Oiler Dome. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Lou Brock at first. Ron Hunt at the plate. Fly ball right field. He makes the catch. 1 out. Jim Northrup, the batter. Fly ball left field. 2 out. Jeff Burrows, the batter. 2 out. Lou Brock at first. He's stealing, and he's in there. Lou Brock steals second base. Jeff Burrows steps back in. 1-2. Strike 3 called. Side retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of an inning, Las Vegas leads Houston 1-0. Bill Freehand for Las Vegas at bat. Top of the second inning, foul pop up, and the catcher makes the play, 1 out. Leo Cardenas, the number 8 hitter, at the plate. That's in the air to center field. He makes the play, 2 out. The pitcher, Ron Reed, steps in. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. Las Vegas leads by 1. Houston batting in the bottom of the second inning. Johnny Bench at the plate. In the air to left field. He makes the catch. 1 out. Willie Crawford in left makes the catch. Here's Greg Nettles. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop races in and makes the play. 2 out. Leo Cardenas for Las Vegas. The shortstop makes the play. Freddie Patek hits a ground ball to third. They throw him out. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across. Through 2 innings, it's 1-0 Las Vegas. For the Vipers, Willie Crawford at the plate. He hits a line drive to left field for the first out. Lou Brock in left for Houston makes the play. Here's Rod Carew. Ground ball to second. Throws him out. 2 out. Here's Bobby Mercer. 1 ball, no strike. That's in the air to left. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Las Vegas leads 1-0. Tommy Agee for Houston, the number 8 hitter, at the plate. Bottom of the third inning. Opening day at the Orladome. Fly ball to left, 1 out. Jim Palmer, the pitcher, at the plate. 0-2 pitch. In the air, and that is a base hit. He died for it and couldn't get it. It's to the wall. Palmer hits second, and he slides in safely. That's a double for the pitcher. 1 out. Lou Brock at the plate. Palmer at second. 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to the shortstop, and he throws out the batter. 2 out. Pitcher at second. Here's Ron Hunt, the leadoff man. 3-2 pitch. 0-for-1 is Hunt. And he hits a ball that'll get down for a hit and right. Palmer rounds third, and he's hit it home. And he'll get there ahead of the throw. Houston has tied the ball game 1-1. Ron Hunt goes to second on the throw home. And it's a RBI single. Here's Jim Northrup. He hits a ball to left. That'll be caught for the final out. Houston ties the game. A run on 2 hits, no errors. A runner left on. Through 3 innings, we have a tie game. Top of the 4th inning. Las Vegas sends up Nate Colbert, and he hits a base hit to left. Leadoff single for Las Vegas. Top of the 4th, Rich Coggins at the plate. Right-hand pitcher Jim Palmer on the mound. Fly ball to center, and he makes a diving catch for the first out. Nice play by Tommy Agee in center for Houston. Brooks Robinson at the plate, and he hits a line drive to third. The snap throw to first, and he's safe. Colbert safe at first. 2 out. Bill Freehand on the ground to the shortstop. He'll go the short way to second to retire the side. Vipers get nothing on a hit. They're still tied 1-1. Bottom of the 4th inning, Houston at bat. Here's Jeff Burrows. That's a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws him out. 1 out. Here's Johnny Bench. 0-for-1. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Greg Nettles. He's 0-for-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. He throws him out. 1-2-3, nothing across. We go to the top of the 5th, and it's 1-1. Houston was last year's Southwestern League Regions champions, as Leo Cardenas grounds out to Greg Nettles at third. Here's Ron Reed. 1 out. Fly ball on the infield. Third baseman racing in, makes the catch. Nettles makes the catch for Houston. Here's Willie Crawford. 2 out. Score tied 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the inning. Las Vegas goes down easily. It's 1-1. Bottom of the 5th. Patek will step in for Houston. Ground ball to the shortstop. Routine first out. Here's Tommy Agee. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Score tied 1-1. Opening day. Ground ball to the first baseman. He'll throw to the pitcher covering for the second out. Here's the pitcher, Jim Palmer. He's got a double and a run scored today. He hits that in the air, and that's a base hit to center field. He's 2 for 2. So Jim Palmer helping himself out today and getting a workout. Here's Lou Brock. That's up the middle, base hit. He spanked that into this 1-0 pitch into center field. 2 outs, 2 men on. Here's Ron Hunt, number 2 hitter. 2-2 pitch. And that's on the ground. Second baseman has it. He'll throw him out, and that'll end the inning. The Oilers get nothing, and the Vipers and Oilers are still even 1-1. We played 5 innings, score tied 1-1. Rod Carew steps in. That's on the air, and that's a base hit to center. So Carew is on with the leadoff single. Good speed at first. Here's Bobby Mercer facing Jim Palmer. Las Vegas versus Houston. And he hits that deep to left. He's there to make the catch near the track. And the runner tags from first, and he's safe at second. That was the deep ball to left. Rod Carew with great base running. Here's Nate Colbert. 1 out. Man at second. That's on the infield. Pop up. And the pitcher will make the play. And that's 2 out. Carew at second. Rich Coggins, the batter. He's the number 5 hitter for Las Vegas. 0-1 pitch. He hits it to first. He'll take it himself. And that ends the inning. Nothing on a hit for Las Vegas. Score still tied 1-1. Bottom half of number 6 is Jim Northrup for Houston. Here in the Oiler Dome. That's a ground ball weakly to the pitcher. He picks it up and he'll throw to first, and it's not in time. Scored a single. Northrup beats it out. Here's Jeff Burrows, the cleanup hitter. Full count. And it misses, ball 4. 2 men on with nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Houston with a chance here. A man in scoring position. Johnny Bench steps in, the number 5 hitter. And he swings and misses. Strike 3 on a fastball at 92. 1 out. Here's Greg Nettles. 0 for 2. He hits it in the air to center, but he's waiting on it and will make the catch. The runner on second does not attempt to advance. And there's 2 out. Here's Freddie Patek. 2 on, 2 out now. Patek at the plate. He hits it in the air, and that's a base hit. The runner rounds third, and he's hit it home. The throw home, and he's out at the plate. Great throw by the center fielder. Side retired. Score remains tied. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. We've played 6, and it's 1-1. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. And Brooks Robinson is out. I want to acknowledge the center fielder for Las Vegas. Bobby Mercer made that play. Great throw. All right. Here's Bill Freehan. That's in the air on the infield. Second baseman is on the mound, and he'll make the catch. 2 out. Here's Leo Cardenas. That's in the air. Second baseman is there. He makes the play. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to stretch. Stand up and sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." The score is tied 1-1. Bottom of the 7th is Tommy Agee for Houston, number 8 hitter. He hits the ball, and it's over the shortstop into left field, left center. For a base hit, the left fielder picks it up. So Agee's on, good speed. Here's Doug Griffin, the pitch hitter for the pitcher. He slaps it to third. He picks it up, and he'll go to first. The runner on first will go to second. 1 out. Agee at second base. Here's Lou Brock, the left-hand hitter. That's in the air to center field. He's there to make a play. Runner tags up, and he doesn't go. 2 out. Here's Ron Hunt. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. That's in the air to second base. In the air to center field, and he makes the catch. That's the inning. Vipers and Oilers are still tied 1-1. Through 7 innings. 1 run, 4 hits for Las Vegas, 1 run, 8 hits for Houston. Neither team has an error. Here's the pitch. New pitcher, Diego Segui, and Steve Braun is the pinch hitter. The ground ball to the second baseman. He throws him out. That's the first out on the full count pitch. Here's Willie Crawford. 0 for 2 with a walk. Strike 3. And that's the second out. Here's Rod Carew, the number 2 hitter. That's it on the ground to the shortstop. Picks it up, and he gets him. Close play, but that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Houston needs 1 run to go ahead. New pitcher. It's Ray Corbin for Las Vegas. The batter is Jim Northrup. Fly ball left field, routine, first out. Here's Jeff Burrows, cleanup hitter, 0 for 2. He drew a walk last time up, and he draws another one. Burrows is on with 1 out. Here's Johnny Bench. Chance for Houston. He hits that in the air. It's on the infield. The first baseman will catch the pop-up, and that's 2 out. Here's Greg Nettles, 0 for 3. 1 ball, no strike. The pitch. In the air, left field. And he'll make the catch. That's the inning. The Oilers get nothing and leave 1. Top of the 9th inning. Las Vegas will send up Bobby Mercer. 1-1 tie. Pitcher's duel. That's on the ground to the shortstop. He'll throw him out. 1 away. Here's Nate Gobert. 2-2 pitch. That's on the ground to short. He throws him out. 2 out. Here's Rich Coggin. On the ground to the second baseman. He has it. Throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 9th inning. Score tied 1-1. Here's Joe Pepitone, the pinch hitter. Left-hand hitter. Hit it on the ground right at the first baseman. He'll take it himself for the first out. Here's Tommy Agee, number 8 hitter. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. That's in the air on the infield. Foul ground. First baseman has it. 2 out. Here's Steve Yeager, the pinch hitter. Yeager, right-hand hitter. He hits a solid base hit to left field. Left center field. Left fielder takes it. 2 out base hit for Yeager. Here's Lou Brock, the leadoff man. 0-1 pitch. And the runner's going. And he's safe. Yeager steals second base. So the backup catcher's on second. Brock's the batter. And they put him on. Intentional pass with 2 out. First base open. Here's Ron Hunt. Corbin on the mound for Las Vegas. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a base hit up the middle. Runners rounding third. He's hit it home. There'll be a throw. No, there isn't a throw, and that's the game. Las Vegas walks it off. Houston walks it off. 2-1. They don't even make a throw. The Oilers edge the Vipers on opening day 2-1. Ball game over. The totals for today's game: Houston wins their first contest. I believe last time they had a barrage of hits. Didn't see Dave Kingman. He's not in the starting lineup. They traded for... Okay. Anyway. Wait a minute. Oh, Jeff Burrows is their power hitter. Anyway, here's the totals. Houston's 2 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Oilers left 10 men on base, but they got the victory. 1 run on 4 hits for Las Vegas. They left 4 men on base. Not as many opportunities. Winning pitcher is Diego Segui. He's the closer for Houston. He got the win. He's 1-0. 2 innings pitched. He struck out a batter through 25 pitches. The loser is Corbin. He's the closer for Las Vegas, Ray Corbin. An inning and a third, 2 hits allowed, an earned run, 2 walks, 34 pitches thrown. Player of the game is Jim Palmer, the starter for Houston. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run. He walked 1, struck out 2, threw 67 pitches, 1.29 ERA. Final score: Houston 2, Las Vegas 1. And Phoenix hosting Dallas. Dallas finished above 500 last year. Willie Stargell is rated 70. Phoenix traded for Dick Allen. He was drafted by Boston and traded, I believe. Let me see. Can I see that? Yes, he was traded by the Boston Corsairs to Phoenix. Fred Kendall, Billy Canigliaro, Elliot Maddox, Jim Wolford. Wow. And Dave Roberts. Okay. A lot of people. Anyway. Dick Allen is the blue guy for Phoenix. We have Roberto Clemente. Love to see him play. I hope he can win a title. Okay. 70 degrees here in Phoenix. Beautiful weather. Wind blowing out to center at 6. 29,000 fans in the stand. Opening day at Sunburst Field. Welcome to the arrival of opening day. The Rattlers go up against the Wranglers. Temperature is 70 degrees under sunny skies, hitter-friendly conditions. The wind blowing out to center. Let's play ball.
Strike 3.
And that's strike 3 called. And we're underway. That was the leadoff hitter, Paul Blair, for the Dallas Wranglers. The batter is Davey Johnson. Let's proceed with this great ball game. Look at all these Gold Glovers. They got a Gold Glove outfield. Johnny Britt in left field, Billy North in center, and Roberto Clemente in right. Bert Campaneris at short is a Gold Glover. Okay, 4 Gold Gloves in the starting lineup for Phoenix. Is this their year? We'll find out. All right, Don Sutton on the mound. Davey Johnson at the plate. Here we go. The batter's Davey Johnson. There's the ground ball to the mound. He'll throw to first in time. Oh, nope. He beat it out. Scored a single. Johnson at first. Here's Stargell. That's the ground ball up the middle. Base hit. Runner hits second at full speed. He's headed for third. The throw. And he's safe at third. Johnson at third, Stargell at first. Here's Reggie Jackson. And they hit him to load the bases with one out. So the Wranglers have bases loaded. Here's Bob Oliver, the number 5 hitter. That's a ground ball to second. He goes to second, gets the force play for the second out. The run scores, and Dallas is on the board. It's 1-0. Willie Stargell to third base. 2 out. Here's Darrell Porter. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the inning. Sutton has 2 strikeouts, retires the side. Wranglers score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. They lead 1-0. Phoenix coming up to bat. Here's Billy North to lead it off. Full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, first out. Fighter Blue on the mound for Dallas. Here's Tommy Helm, the number 2 hitter. That is a base hit, center field over the shortstop. 1 out single. Here's Johnny Briggs, left-hand hitter, versus the lefty Blue. That's hit in the air to left field. He'll make the play. And that's 2 out. Willie Stargell in left for Dallas. Ground ball to the third baseman. And they throw out the batter to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. No, there was 1 hit. It's 1-0 Wranglers over the Rattlers. Top of the second inning, Dallas will step in. It's Bill Russell, the shortstop. And that is a line drive to third, 1 out. Ron Santo at third for Phoenix makes the play. Santo traded from Atlanta. He makes another play and throws him out. The hot corner. 2 out. Here's Fighter Blue, the pitcher. He hits a base hit to right field, over the first baseman. And he's on with 2 out. Here's Paul Blair, leadoff man. Ground ball to third. He'll throw it to second and get the force play. That ends the inning. Nothing on 1 hit for the Wranglers. Dallas leads 1-0. Bottom of the second inning. Phoenix at bat. Roberto Clemente steps in. Ground ball to short. And he throws him out. 1 out. Here's Ron Santo. He grounds out to short. 2 out. Here's Bert Campaneris. That's in the air, center field. And he makes the play. 3 up, 3 down. Through 2 innings, Dallas leads Phoenix 1-0. Here's Davy Johnson. 1 for 1. And that's a base hit to right field. Leadoff hit for Davy Johnson. Willie Stargell, the batter. And he hits it sharply to first. He steps on the bag and throws to second and gets him. So it's a double play. Unassisted first baseman throws it to the shortstop. Fine play by Dick Allen and Bert Campaneris, the Gold Glover. Here is Jackson. Reggie Jackson hits a base hit to left field, and he's on. The first hit of the season for Reggie. Here's Bob Oliver. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. He'll throw him out, and that's the inning. Dallas third is over. Dallas gets nothing. They lead 1-0. Here's Jeff Torborg. 0-1 pitch. In the air to center. And that's the first out. Paul Blair in center for Dallas makes the play. Here's the pitcher, Don Sutton. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Curveball. That's 2 out. Here's the leadoff man, Billy North. He's 0 for 1. He swings and misses. Strike 3. 3 strikeouts now for Blue. Inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. Dallas still leads 1-0. Here's Darrell Porter facing Don Sutton. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the slider. First out is Bill Russell. 0 for 1. In the air, right field. And the catch is made, 2 out. Here's Ken McMullen, the number 8 hitter, 0 for 1. And that's low, and he walked him. So McMullen would get a 2-out base on balls, and the pitcher is up by the Blue. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning. 4th strikeout for Sutton, and Dallas still leads 1-0. Go to bottom of the 4th. Phoenix at bat. The pitch. That's in the air on the infield. The second baseman will make a play for the first out. Here's Johnny Briggs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 out. Blue has struck out 4. Here's Dick Allen. 3-2 pitch. And that misses, ball 4, and Allen will take his base. 2-out walk for Allen. Here's Roberto Clemente. Bottom of the 4th inning. And they walk Clemente. 2 straight base on balls. Put 2 men on with 2 out, and there's Ron Santo. Lefty versus righty. Full count. And there's a ground ball. The shortstop has it. He'll go to first base in time for the out. So Santo grounds out, and the side is retired. Wranglers still lead the Rattlers 1-0. Top of the 5th inning. Dallas will send up Paul Blair. He hits the ground ball to the first baseman. He'll take it himself for the first out. Dick Allen at first for Phoenix. Here's Davy Johnson. That misses, ball 4. Johnson is a base on balls. 1 away. Here's Willie Stargell. He hits it to the ground. He throws it to second for 1. Back to first for 2. 3-6-3 double play. Nice play by Allen. And Campaneris again. Campaneris will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for Phoenix. He hits a ground ball to third. Routine out. And here's Jeff Torborg. Full count. On the ground to the second baseman. He turns and fires the first in time. 2 away. Davy Johnson is second for Dallas. The pitcher Sutton is up with 2 out. Base is empty. In the air, center fielder makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. We played 5. Dallas leads Phoenix 1-0. Top of the 6th. Dallas will send up Reggie Jackson, the left-hand hitter. He is set in the air to left field, and he makes the catch for the first out. Here's Bob Oliver. 0 for 2 with a run batted in. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Throws him out. Second out. Here's Darryl Porter. Lefty versus righty. 3-2 pitch. And that misses. But it's called a strike. And that's the inning. The score is unchanged. Dallas scored in the first, and they've held that lead. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Billy North will step in. That's in the air and foul ground, and the first baseman will get the play. First out, catches the pop-up. Here's Tommy Helms. 1 out, nobody on. That's on the ground to the mound. The pitcher picks it up, throws the first. They're not getting good wood off of Blue. That was a slider. 2 out now. Here's Johnny Briggs. Lefty versus lefty. And that's a ball hit to the shortstop. And he'll make a play and throw him out. Side retired. We played 6. Dallas leads by a run. Top of the 7th. Bill Russell will step to the plate. That's a ground ball to third. 1 out. Ken McMullen will step up. He's 0 for 1. He hits it on the ground to short. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the pitcher Blue. He's 1 for 2. That's in the air to center. And he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Time to stretch. Opening day here at Sunburst Field. Major Sim Baseball. The Dallas Wranglers lead the Phoenix Rattlers 1-0. Here's Dick Allen. to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning for Phoenix. He hits it in the air, and that's a base hit to right field. Allen hits a leadoff single. Here's Roberto Clemente, number 5 hitter, 0 for 1 today. He drew a walk in the 4th. That's in the air. That's going to carry, and that will leave the yard. Clemente hits one out of the park. 2-run home run, and Phoenix now leads 2-1. That woke up the crowd. Let's look at the tail of the tape. 394 feet, 102 miles an hour off the bat. A 70-mile-an-hour curveball from Vita Blue, and Roberto Clemente touches them all. Good old number 23. Here's Ron Santo. Phoenix now with the lead. Nobody out. He hits that in the air, and that's in the gap, and that'll go through the wall. That's a double. He slides into second base safely without a throw. So Phoenix has come alive. Here's Bert Campaneris with a man in scoring position. He hits that to third. Looks the runner back and throws the first, and that's the first out. Here's Jeff Tobor. Sano at second. 1 out. Here's the 0-2. Takes his swing, but it's a called third strike. Fastball at 92. Here's Dave Roberts, the pinch hitter. He hits that on the ground, and the pitcher, Blue, has it. He'll throw to first in time, and that's the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, including a home run. With a runner left on, the Rattlers now lead the Wranglers 2-1. New pitcher for Phoenix is Terry Forster. All Blair on the mound. At the plate. Left-hander Forster pitches, and that's a seeing eye single into right field. The leadoff man is on. All Blair at first. Good speed. Here's Davey Johnson, the number 2 hitter. He swings and misses at the change of pace. And that's the first out. Blair at first. Here's Hal McRae, the pinch hitter. And that's a ground ball to third. It's a seeing eye ball, and it gets by him. They scored a single. With 1 out, 2 men are on. Here's Reggie Jackson. 2-2 pitch. He checks his swing, but it's a called strike 3, and that's the second out. Paul Blair at second. Hal McRae at first. Bob Oliver at the plate. 2-2 pitch. He swings and misses, and that ends the inning. Nice piece of pitching there. Phoenix still leads 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Billy North will lead it off. Phoenix leads by a run. Vita Blue still out there. Ground ball to him. Turns and fires the first, and he'll get him. That's the first out. 7 1/3 innings, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts for Vita Blue. Here's the pitch to Tommy Helms. He checks his swings, and he'll draw a walk. 1 out walk for Tommy Helms. Here's the batter, Johnny Briggs. And he'll swing and miss on the curve. 66 miles an hour. Dick Allen will step in. 2 out. Man on first. They lead by a run, and that's a base hit. It'll be extra bases into the left field corner for Dick Allen. The runner stops at third base. Allen is at second base with a double. 2 out double. Here's Roberto Clemente. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 out. Bottom of the 8th. They already lead by a run. Insurance on base, and they walk him with first base open. That'll load him with 2 outs, and Ron Santo will step to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. As the ball hit the short. He goes the short way and gets the force play at second to retire the side. Phoenix load them up and do not score. It's still they lead 2-1. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Dallas needs 1 to tie. Here's Jose Cardenal, the number 6 hitter. 1-1 pitch. That's in the air on the infield. And the first baseman makes the play. 1 out. John Mincher is at first now for Phoenix. He makes that play. And here's the batter, Russell. And he hits a line drive to center field. Second out. The Wranglers are down to their final out. Here's Ken McMullen. He's 0 for 2. 1-1 pitch. Nobody on, 2 out. That's in the air. Left field. And he'll make the catch. And that's the ball game. Rattlers scratch out a 2-1 win over Dallas here on opening day. Totals for this game. Phoenix Rattlers are now 1-0. They scored 2 runs on 5 hits. Phoenix left 7 men on base. Dallas scored 1 run on 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base as well. Winning pitcher, Don Sutton, 7 innings pitched. 5 hits allowed, 1 earned run. He walked 2, struck out 5 through 101 pitches, 1.29 ERA. Save goes to closer Terry Forster. His first. Vida Blue gets the loss. 8 innings pitched. He allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs. He walked 4, struck out 6. He allowed the home run that was the difference. He threw 114 pitches, has a 2.25 ERA. Player of the game is Don Sutton, the starter for Phoenix. Fine game between these ball clubs. Final score, Phoenix 2, Dallas 1. So that ends the day. The first day of the new 1973 championship season of the National Baseball League. Major Sim Baseball. I see no Western teams broke through here. We still have Baltimore, Chicago, and Boston. Okay. So we finished today. And we will quick play Tuesday, April 3rd. Chicago hosting Indy. Let's see the result. Chicago takes a 6-3 loss on Indy. Bob Watson hits his first home run for Chicago. Player of the game, starting pitcher Reggie Cleveland. His first win. Philadelphia hosting Boston. Let's see the result. Singer, Corsairs, finish off Freedom 7-1. Boston with their second win on the road in Philadelphia. Home runs for Boston by Eddie Brinkman, Wayne Garrett, and Ed Kirkpatrick. Player of the game is the starting pitcher, Bill Singer. He gets the win. He allows 1 run on 2 hits. Baltimore hosts Charlotte. Seaver versus Dobson. Let's see what happens. Admirals top Monarchs 3-1 behind Dobson. Dobson over Seaver. Charlotte, Leo Foster hits a home run. For Baltimore, Earl Williams and Lou Piniella both hit their first ones of the season. Player of the game, starting pitcher Pat Dobson for Baltimore. Nashville hosts Atlanta. Atlanta's Larry Durker versus Nashville's Frank Tanana. Here's the result. Nashville beaten 7-4 by Atlanta. Atlanta wins on the road. Home runs for Nashville's Willie Horton and Ken Anderson in a losing call. The Flames are now 2-0. Player of the game is Dave May, center fielder for Atlanta. Durker gets the win. In the West, Portland hosts Salt Lake City. Billingham versus Curtis. The result? Salt Lake City. Yetis victors 8-4 at Portland, so they even it up. An 8-4 road win for Salt Lake City. Bobby Bonds with his first home run. Luis Melendez, and for Portland, Jim Holt is his first. Jack Billingham, player of the game. Seattle hosts Denver. Gibson for Denver versus Busby for Seattle. Here's the result. Cascades 3-1 victors over Denver. They beat Bob Gibson. Cesar Cedeno with his first home run for Denver. Steve Busby, the starting pitcher, hit his first home run for Seattle. He's also the player of the game, and he gets the win. Las Vegas visiting Houston. Caldwell versus Don Gullett for Houston. Caldwell for Las Vegas. Here's the result. Oilers pick up 6-5 win against Las Vegas. So Houston, 2-0. Las Vegas, Bill Freehan and Brooks Robinson hit their first home runs. Houston's Jeff Burrows is his first. Player of the game is the starter, Don Gullett for Houston. He's 1-0. Phoenix hosting Dallas. Here's the result. Ryerson for Dallas. Twitchell for Phoenix. Phoenix dealt a 4-2 defeat. Dallas wins on the road. They're now 1-1. 4-2 is the final. Reggie Jackson hits his first home run for Dallas. And so does Darryl Porter. Gary Ryerson, the starter, is the player of the game. He gets his first win. Performances of the day. The number one, Bill Singer for Boston. 9 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, a win, and a 7-1 win over Philadelphia. Pat Dobson for Baltimore. 9 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and a win, and a 3-1 win over Charlotte. Steve Busby for Seattle. 9 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and a win, and a 3-1 win over Denver. So that completes this day. Here where we stand. Boston, Chicago, 2-0. Atlanta, 2-0. Seattle, 2-0. Houston, 2-0. Okay, so now it's time for 2 more home games. New York gets their opening day, and Miami. And in the West, San Francisco was the team I forgot before, gets their opening day, and so does Los Angeles. That'll be on our next one. This is the Baseball Observer.